I think I like building tiny homes. I like a place to be really cluttered. So we're just gonna build a tiny home on this big ass lot, I guess. One of these days, I also want to build a treehouse. I've seen many really cool videos of people building tree houses in The Sims, and I was like, that's gonna be me next. I'm gonna do that. I really like doing 2-story houses too. I think I want to add just a little bump out right there because I like having, you'll see what I want. I'm kind of tempted to make this the front instead. I like that better. That looks nice. The shitty thing about this though is that there's 3 tiles where I can't do anything with. Should I just make this go in one? I'm gonna make this short wall height, and then I'm gonna bring this up a few. I'll make this into a porch. Let me just do that right now. Oh, that's perfect. Okay. Now let me go. I did a bit of cheating when it came to this build. I started on it off camera and I figured out how I wanted to go about this. It's, the layout. I figured out the layout. I wanted it to be a 2-bedroom, 1 bathroom. The living room is going to be in its own little section. And the kitchen looks really nice. Just everything looks really nice. It's all black. There's like hints of white and other color. And the guest room, which is downstairs, is I guess I'm just spoiling everything right now. It's white. It's all white. So completely opposite of the rest of the build. And there's a big pool and a big patio in the back. It's just really nice, and I think you would like watching this. I'm gonna be reading some Reddit stories to fill in the gap in the time lapse, so that's probably what I'm gonna be doing right after this. I don't know why I was breathing so hard in that first clip, the clip before this. Sounded like I just ran somewhere, but I think it's just me, like, being sick, I guess. I don't know. Can you hear me? Hello? I'm gonna be reading this Reddit story. It's, am I the a-hole for telling my wife she can't cook? I, 29 male, have been with my wife for 8 years, 28 female, and meals are just about the only place of contention in our marriage. But I'm scared she's gonna kill someone one day. Background, we split the cooking in our house 50-50, but when she cooks, I feel like I have to watch her like a hawk. She undercooks just about everything, especially meat, and no matter how many times I try to politely correct her, she claims I'm being picky. For example, every time she makes rice, I just can't convince her it's 1 part rice to 2 parts water, and she always says, "Are you sure? That seems like a lot of water." Or, "Maybe that's how you like it, but I don't like it mushy." The package and Google won't convince her either. I just have to swallow my pride and eat the crunchy rice every time. It's like that with everything: pasta, veggies, bread, and meat. The thing is, I wouldn't care so much if it was just me, but she always wants to cook for our friends. She really prides herself on cooking and wants to make everything herself. I just trail behind her, trying to make sure it's all edible. Usually a few dishes that end up drastically oversalted or undercooked. Our friends will politely eat, but I have noticed they've been coming to fewer and fewer invitations for dinner. Things all came to a head the other night when she went to put some chicken in the oven as I was hopping in the shower. When I came out, she had pulled the chicken out and said dinner was ready. I was skeptical and told her that it had only been 10 minutes, and she said she pan-seared it first, so it should be fine. But when I came to look, the sides were literally pink. I snapped a little and told her she's going to kill someone one day for serving the raw meat. Can't you see that it's pink? It's food safety #1. She said she thought it was done, and it's not her fault. Her mother never showed her how to cook chicken growing up. I then told her, well, you're almost 30, and there's no excuse for not knowing how to cook at all. Yeah, that's just plain ignorant. Not acting like you don't know how to cook because your mom didn't show you. Needless to say, she was pretty upset with me, and I probably could have said it nicer. But I've been nice for about 8 years, and nothing has changed. Am I the asshole? I wouldn't say you're the asshole, but you're kind of a dick for bringing it up like that. I definitely think you just need to communicate with her and just sit down and have a talk with her about the whole thing. Just say something like this: I think that we should do something about this. I think we should either watch some YouTube videos or classes, so we can read books on how to cook, because I'm sure just like how you have to improve on cooking, maybe I can improve on cooking. Like, it doesn't have to be just for you. It's going to be for us, so that we can be on the same level when it comes to having this type of conversation again. You know, like something like that. So I don't think it's a bad idea to, I guess, approach it like that, but definitely learn how to communicate. I think that's another thing that you should do. Learn how to communicate with each other and with her. That's all I have to say. Let's move on to another story, because I have a few minutes left. Am I the asshole for canceling my mom's surprise farewell dinner because she called me messy? Hi Reddit. English isn't my first language, but I'll try my best. My mom, 59 female, and I, 27 female, have been living together, in quotations, for the past 10 months. I say living together because I'm only home 2 or 3 days a week. I usually stay at work or with my boyfriend. She moved with me to Europe from Latin America. It was hard for her to adjust at first, but she's active and has built a little community here. She's retired and brought some savings to live and travel. And when she moved in, I started covering rent and bills. I'm lucky to have a good job and was okay with supporting her. We don't have the best relationship. I felt free for the first time when I moved out at 20, but I still wanted to be there for her. We share my room. I have roommates, and she's been living with me while we handled some long paperwork processes. Now she's going back to our home country, so I plan to surprise I don't know how to pronounce that. Small dinner party, it says right after that word, at a restaurant with my family and friends. The idea was to tell her we were going shopping so she wouldn't suspect anything. I was getting ready. To be fair, I can be messy when picking an outfit. I lay clothes everywhere. I eventually picked something, did my makeup, and suggested we should leave early to take pictures at the park since the flowers are blooming. Suddenly, she said we couldn't leave because I had to clean up. I told her I'd do it when we get back, but she insisted. You always say that, and you never do it. You're arrogant and disrespectful. I can't talk to you. Why would she say that? Why would she? Okay. I offered to clean right then, but she kept going, calling me stuck up, maybe just because I was dressed nicely. It hurt a lot. I started crying. It brought back bad memories from how she treated me growing up. I called my boyfriend and cousin because I was so upset. Then I told her, you have no right to talk to me like that. I never disrespected you, and that stuck-up daughter of yours planned something really nice for you today. Now you're making me feel ashamed when I've spent so much time and money. She responded, I'm not going. I was furious. I canceled everything. 15 minutes later, she came back and said, let's go. But I was emotionally done. I told her no, it's canceled, and left to see my boyfriend. It's been a day. We're not talking. I've gotten mixed opinions. Part of me feels guilty. This was supposed to be a good memory for both of us. But I was also really hurt. So, am I the asshole for canceling on dinner? No. No, I mean, like, even if all of that was true, I'm not saying, like, what she said to you. I'm just saying, like, what she did to you when you're a child. Like, that's fucked up. And just her suddenly kind of reverting back to that's also really fucked up. And to just suddenly be like, let's go, after 10-15 minutes without apologizing for being disrespectful to you, it's just like a little mess. Like, why can't people just handle that? You're not the a-hole, basically, is what I'm trying to say. Oh my god. This is why we should just move out immediately when we have the money. Because parents will be parents. They will revert to being a kid again, and it would feel like we're raising them. That situation just sucks. Okay, I think that's gonna be it for this. Comment down your opinions on these Reddit stories. Do you think any of them are the a-hole, or do you think they were valid in their response and how they're feeling? Also, I would like to see everybody's build, and well, I think that's it for this video. Don't forget to like, comment, maybe stay around